Hello everyone, my name is Indented, and welcome to Night Call. Night Call is a narrative-driven game where I play as a taxi driver, and I'm trying to gather clues to solve a murder before the murder is pinned on me. That's essentially all I know about this, but it sounds interesting, so let's give it a shot. Choose the investigation. Ooh. Do we want the judge? Victims have all something in common and the motives seem clear, but which suspect could have done it? Balance case, perfect for a first run. Random victims, unknown motive, weird case, slightly more difficult than the others. The victims may feel random at first, but there's a connection, yet the motives might be hard to find. Dark and twisted case. We'll go with the judge, because I am new. Money will be easy to get by, the investigation will be easier, every action will take less time for a chiller experience. We'll go with the way Night Call was designed. Just dive right in, the way it's supposed to be. Black Muffin. Raw Fury. Never heard of Black Muffin. Ooh. This looks cool. Uh-oh. Night Call. Here? Sir, can hear me? Or do I need to speak up? Yes, speak up. Is this okay with you? Is my voice loud enough?
Yes, it's fine.
She takes a deep breath. Sir, you just spent 2 weeks in a coma. The word bounces around in your head. You need a moment to understand its meaning. Coma? The word scratches along your throat. Yes, you were the victim of an assault. The word resonates in your head. Victim. You are aware a serial killer is currently on the loose in Paris? You feel the contents of your stomach crawling up your throat. The judge, as the police call the killer, assaulted you. The bullet touched your liver and, in most circumstances, it would have been fatal. We chose to put you in an induced. Her voice becomes more distant, fades. You taste bile at the back of your mouth. Your head is burning. You hear a whistle in one ear. Your fingers move to your wound. Underneath the bandages, you can feel hard skin. It's incredibly painful. Did they... I'm sorry? Did they catch the judge? No.
What about my passenger?
He was dead before you even got out of your cab? The doctor is silent for a second, a very awkward second. She hesitates. The police would like to see you as soon as possible to ask you some questions. After all, you're the only one who's survived the judge. Noise in the hallway attracts your attention. You try to turn your head, to no avail. You need to rest. She leaves the room. Her voice resonates in the hallway. I don't care, he's the only witness. He's... Another female voice joins in, a strong, authoritarian.
Yeah, voice.
You can clearly make up what she's saying.
You can't clearly make up what she's saying.
A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue, some odd combination of the two. Before being in this hospital room, you'd never realized that anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. Days go by, and a month later... Night 1! Ooh, this is cool. Well, look, I've got a bit of a problem. It's my boss. A real problem, that is. You have a pounding headache. It's your first night behind the wheel since the attack. Boss, are you listening to me? You catch your boss's eye in the rearview mirror. Sorry. I just want things to get back to normal, to clear my head, to stop thinking about it all. He's watching you closely, trying to make out what's going on in your head. You know, I'm worried about you, don't you? I know. You're like a son to me, you know? I know. And you know he's about to tell you the story of his taxi fleet again. When my father died and left me the store, I could have sold it. I could have retired, gone back to the old country.
Let him go on.
But I decided to start a cab fleet with the money he left me to hire the guys from the neighborhood. And that's why I've got 45 guys like you working for me. His hands flutter in the air, though none of them are any match for you. He smiles. His voice suddenly takes us on a serious note. Do you want me to go over everything again? He points to the equipment on the dashboard, the meter, the GPS. You haven't been in a taxi for a week.
Maybe you do need a little refresher. Yeah, good idea.
Right then. Well,
first the map. You spot potential customers and try to guess where they'll be going. Then you decide. When a customer orders a taxi, if there's no one else around, you have to go pick them up.
He shrugs. That's the way it goes. It's business. No problem. The other fares, you look at the map and decide whether or not you want to take them. And then you drive. He flashes a quick, mechanical smile. You know it well. When he talks about work, he talks about work. That's all. When your shift is over, we do the numbers, and his voice trails off as if searching for the right words. And that's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason why you can't do it. Oh, right. No overtime. We're in France here, and there are rules, regulations. You might not see it that way, but no one likes having a driver who hasn't slept for 24 hours. He looks away. Something's been bothering him since he got into the cab. Anyhow, you know the ropes. You get it. I know you're going to do a good job.
What's the matter?
Boss keeps quiet for a while. as if he's hesitant to speak, and then, I don't think it's a good idea. You shouldn't be driving. The murderer is still out there, and we think he's going to come back for you. Maybe. Your boss pulls himself up a little straighter. You can get a sense he's trying to control himself, trying not to get upset. Maybe he'd been told to go easy on you. He holds your gaze, then turns away. I could put you on the day shift,
or send you out to the suburbs, away from it all.
You shake your head no. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Every minute spent in your taxi is a minute lost. He gives you a smile, half ironic, half serious. Have a good evening. The sarcasm in his voice is palpable. Right, you have a good evening too. He'll spend the rest of the night dealing with problems and drivers. You wonder how and when the guy ever gets any sleep. Your boss opens the door and exits the cab. You watch him cross the street and enter the fleet garage. A couple of colleagues are milling about. Taxis are coming and going. They all ignore you, consciously or unconsciously. You are branded. You sit there a moment, then turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible to describe how you've missed that feeling. It's back to the night shift. Back to life. Despite the attack. Despite it all.
Oh, we in it. We'll pick up Shady Hair Lady.
Vroom, a vroom, vroom, a vroom, vroom. I'm going to the 17th.
Except, why not?
The door opens and your next passenger, a woman, jumps into the back seat. Nina.
Rue de la. Her voice is shaking. Her mind is elsewhere.
Please. You start driving. In the rearview mirror, you notice your passenger is shivering. She is clenching a rose in her hand, like it might otherwise fly away. Everything okay? She doesn't hear your question.
Insist.
Miss? No. No. No, I said no. She finally looks at you. He asked me to marry him and I said no. He had everything planned. He put the ring in my champagne flute and I said no.
She blinks her eyes very slowly.
I don't know why I said no. Why? Her expression becomes scornful, aggressive. You didn't like the way he asked, you don't like him, you don't want to get married. No, no. She's almost frozen. Some time goes by.
She's like a freeze frame, a movie on pause. I want to get married. I always dreamed of a wedding, the kind of life. Her head wobbles, her elegant facial features cloud over briefly.
I think. She looks back quickly, her voice breaks. I have to go back to the restaurant. Getting married is what I've always wanted.
So why did I say no?
You get the impression she's shrinking. She looks tiny and fragile in the rear view mirror. Shit.
Shit. I just said shit. Her face looks like she's just been in a brutal accident. We have to turn around, now. Thanks, But she decides not to finish her sentence after all. As soon as you can, you turn around. In the back seat, your passenger can't bear to look at you. She studies her hands instead. You drive in silence. It's strange, but you like the odd feeling of going back over the same road.
Everything seems so different. The buildings have a different perspective. You see them in a new, unexpected light. The passers-by are no longer the same. They've been replaced by others. The lights are on a different cycle, like they know you're coming back.
A few seconds later, without even noticing the ground you've covered, you pull over in front of the restaurant you just came from. The Tabak. She throws you a shy, almost indiscernible smile. Can I ask you a favor?
You nod slowly.
Don't ever repeat what I said. Nod silently. And in a whisper she adds, Thanks. She pays her fare, gets out of the cab, walks up to the restaurant. She's trying to catch someone's eye. She stands on tiptoe for a little while. Suddenly her face lights up. She runs into the restaurant, rose in hand. I'm already driving. I'm just gonna start driving. And you turn the key in the ignition and drive away. Money received. We got $20. Euro, pound. I don't know the symbols for foreign currency. Take. Yeah. Wait. Do we want to pick up Pugman or Ninja? We're gonna pick up the Ninja guy.
I need to, get out of here.
Except?
You pull up next to the sidewalk a few meters from an abandoned warehouse. No sign of your passenger. You wait a minute, staring at the meter. You really don't feel like wasting your time on people who... You hear a window break on the second floor warehouse. A body falls heavily to the sidewalk.
You lay your hand on the door handle when a man dressed entirely in black jumps out the window and lands on the body.
He stands up and takes a few steps over to your cab. Are you the cab I ordered?
What, dude? What, dude? No, I'm not. You nod your head very, very slowly. Super, I'm the one you're waiting for. Be right there. He turns around, places his fingers on the neck of the inanimate body, takes his pulse. He comes back over, opens the door, and jumps into the back seat. Why, dude? I'm uncomfortable.
You can start driving.
Nearly, please.
You follow orders without a second thought. In back, your passenger smells like sweat and gunpowder.
He's been running. Been in a fight, maybe. Probably. His muscles bulge in rhythm with his heart, which is racing. Good evening. Pretty good, yeah. He smiles, or tries to. You can see blood on his otherwise impeccably white teeth. Why is there blood on his teeth? I screwed up a little, but all in all, it was a good evening. You? Yes. Okay, alright. Come on, let's talk about the elephant in the room. You're on to me, and you know it. I'm the masked Joker. Silence. You squint to get a closer look at your passenger. The masked Joker, the hero that makes Parisian nights more peaceful, no? You slowly shake your head.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
I'm all over Twitter. So, probably on the radio and in the newspapers, I think. And what exactly do you do? I protect people. I'm a guardian. Like a superhero?
No, I don't have any superpowers. But it's the same idea. Yes, I mean, for the moment, I mostly take care of small-time crooks,
Pickpockets.
it's not very prestigious.
But you have to start somewhere.
You open your mouth, but nothing worth saying comes out.
You've got to start somewhere. So, how about the name? You like it? I'm not sure I get it. It's Joker, like the card, and masked because I'm wearing a mask. This guy, dude. Some B-movie superhero in the back trying to be like, hey, aren't I cool? Silence ensues. Your passenger eventually clears his throat. See, I wanted something that wasn't too... He searches for the right word, beats around the bush, and eventually comes out with problematic. I did a lot of brainstorming and came up with the masked Joker.
I haven't gotten great feedback,
But it's hard these days to find a name everyone likes. You have to make sacrifices if you want your core business to succeed.
that's
What they tell us at school, anyway.
at school.
Yes, at E&K. And E&K. He freezes. Shit, I almost gave you the name of my business school. What an idiot. Can you imagine if Bruce Wayne ran around telling everybody he was Bruce Wayne? Huh? No. Batman. If Batman went around telling everybody he was Bruce Wayne.
I'm getting all mixed up.
He touches his sides for a while. He's like he's looking for a wound. You're getting close to your destination. I think I'm hurt. You want me to take you to the hospital? You're going to be alright. You learn from your mistakes. You want me? No, I'm fine. I shouldn't have jumped out of the window like that. But you were already coming down the street and I didn't want to make you wait.
You smile.
Pull over, right here in front of the driveway. You obey. Don't worry, it's just a flesh wound. I'll be home in 2 minutes and I have everything I need to take care of myself. He pays and struggles to get out of the cab. One last thing. Please don't say anything about N-Kid. I'm trying to lead a double life and it's not super easy. What do these symbols mean? N-Kid? N-Kid, my business school. He freezes. Oh, I just got it. You're playing along. Okay, great. He looks at you for a minute. You're really a classy guy. He walks away, limping. You watch him as he tries several times to enter building code before heading inside, finally. As you go to start the engine, you notice a few drops of blood on your fingers. From the bills your passenger handed you. Bro, I only got $10 from the masked Joker? Are you serious? Alright. The door suddenly opens and a woman gets into the back seat. Having a good night? For a second, you freeze. It's one of the cops working on the judge's case. She grins at you, her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you about her there. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks, I've been saying to myself, there's something off about you. Something not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all of my fellow cops about it, because I was sure you lied to us. Let her keep going.
She has a cold sneer on her face.
I'm going to be frank with you. She leans over to you. I don't think you're the judge. Nah, I just can't picture it. She squints like she's trying to make you out from far away. Like you'd have gone to the extent of hurting yourself? Yeah, between us, it's a bit of a stretch.
She stares at you.
But not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know better, I'd think he had a crush on you. She smirks. No. I think he's more interested in your profile. In prison at 17, an icy chill fills your gut. And for murder, too. You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Since you got out, you've kept a low profile, but you're lying about your name and your address. I checked. It's normal, you'd say. If they get word of your time served, no loan for your permit, no lease for your car. Meaning, no second chance at life. Her voice becomes softer, almost warm.
I personally like guys who want a second chance.
Hey, girl, what's up?
No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work for me.
Oh, get out of town! I take back my... She leans forward, her shining cat-like eyes narrowing. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with a first and last name with evidence. Actually, knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence. So, I'll give you info. Victims, suspects, medical reports, some photos that are a bit... She makes a gagging noise. You have to be discreet. Keep it between you and me. Interrogate. Ask questions. Dig around. I'm not a cop. She shrugs. Don't worry. You're already keener than half the squad. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up with a bow in front of the station, okay? You're no Batman. You're just here to get me more information. She rummages around in her pockets
for what seems like forever.
Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days just to check in. We'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. She takes on a didactic, paternalistic tone. Like she was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time.
Don't get caught. Don't get arrested. Also,
I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like, and I know who your friends are. You can either be the solution or the problem, my friend.
She takes a minute to scan your face, your emotions.
If I have to, I'll go check in on you-know-who.
Her smile is biting. That reminds me, she know you've done time?
You shake your head. She snickers.
Oh my god.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my little dirtbag. You cover your tracks well. Say nothing. She acknowledges his silence with a nod. Okay, I think you've got a handle on our little deal. Any problems? I turn you in. I'll send your picture to all my friends in the media and to every asshole in Paris. Your picture with with your name on it, your real name. Anyone close to you will have their places searched. They'll be put under house arrest, spend nights in jail. You have any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trail underway? You sigh. You know just what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. Oh no. I'm nothing like that son of a bitch. She smiles. Let me tell you, with that face of yours and your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. Say nothing. She takes on a serious tone, businesslike. I want to catch this killer personally. I want to drag him to court, ruin his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case. You got me? And neither can you, right? Obviously. Well, great then. We see eye to eye.
So you can just say you're my informant, my CI.
He ripped open your gut. You saw your own insides. You were in a coma. Yeah, you have plenty of reasons to want to get back at him. She furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you're actually going to do what I tell you to do. You investigate, ask questions, listen to the police. Listen to all the rumors, and you come up with a list of suspects. She lays her hands on the door handle and freezes. Oh, right. And don't get fired. Without this cab, you're worth nothing to me. You glare at her. Fucking bitch. Yeah, whatever. If that makes you feel better. She puts her hand up and you can hear the words behind it. The conversation never happened. I'll make sure you get more intel tomorrow. I'll find a way. Until then...
Not a word to anyone, obviously. Not a word. The door opens, squeaks and slams shut. You sit alone for a while, teeth clenched, dry-eyed, ears buzzing. Shit. On the back seat, the cop left a pile of papers. Shit.
The key in the ignition, motor running. Radio on, crackles. You turn it off and start driving. Talking to passengers might unlock new documents and clues for your investigation. You will find them back at your studio after your shift. 6 clues discovered, available in your room. Wow, dude. Okay. How do I... Okay.
Oh, wow, dude. Alright, I did not expect to be this enveloped in what's going on. I thought I was doing this on my own. So I thought the first 2 passengers, I was supposed to be, you know, watching for, you know, facial features, you know, tics, stutters, any of that. I thought I was already doing what this lady wants me to do. But wow, dude, this is quite a gripping story. I was just gonna mess around and do a couple fares and call it that, but I might continue to play this. Let me know if you're as into it as I am in the comments. Hit the like button while you're down there. Ring the bell. Subscribe for me. Subscribe for cool stuff like this. But yeah, man, this was cool. This is neat. I like it a lot, actually. So, that's gonna be it, though.
Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Have a good one.
And I will see you around.